Wheelock here, your favorite real estate broker in New York City, powered by Keller Williams. So today I'm going to be telling you about my personal favorite top 4 parks in New York City. I mean, there are so many to see in Manhattan, but I'm going to narrow it down to the 4 that you should go see for yourself. Of course, I'm going to start with Central Park, right? So Central Park goes from 59th Street up to 110th Street. It's between 5th Avenue and between, well, it's called Central Park West when you're up at Central Park. So 5th to Central Park West, 59th to 110th Street. So it was actually built between 1857 and 1876. And it is 843 acres. Now listen, Central Park is full of so many different things. It has its own zoo, it has an ice skating rink, there's a spot called the Boathouse. I'm sure you've seen Bow Bridge in basically every movie that takes place in New York. And you see the people that are swimming through in their little boats paddling around. So that is connected to the Boathouse where you should go grab a drink. Tavern on the Green is another great place you can go and grab a beverage. There's also a carousel in there. There's concerts held in there. It is such a fantastic spot. Also, if you like to run, as I do, there is the Big Loop. The Big Loop is just over 6 miles. And then you have the Reservoir, which is 1.78 miles long. And that is also gorgeous. So whatever you like to do, you can absolutely make it happen in Central Park. The Riverside Park on the west side is another fantastic park because you are going from 59th Street up to 110th Street technically, but I will tell you that the running path continues south past all of the piers. So if you want something to do or you want to go for a really long bike ride, you can start at the tip and you can go all the way up to George Washington Bridge. And there are different piers all along there. There's different restaurants all along there. I even know one of my favorite piers does silent disco a few times a year. You can go there, hang out, sit under the willows. There's a lot of geese. So there's wildlife in Riverside Park as well. Whatever you're looking for, Riverside Park has it, and it is a little bit less touristy than Central Park. Now let's go all the way up the city to Fort Tyrone Park, which is also where the cloisters are located. Now, Fort Tyrone Park has a huge history. It was originally titled Fort Washington, and then during the summer of 1776, the British have renamed it into Fort Tyrone Park after Sir William Tyrone, Major General and the last British governor of the colonial New York. Fun fact. Now, if you haven't been up there, one of the things that you need to know is you have to go through the entire Fort Tyrone Park because you're going to get to the cloisters. The cloisters is a beautiful monastery that was actually brought over piece by piece from France. It is absolutely glorious inside. I think it was very well put together. But then you get to look out over the park from there. The park is going to be facing, for the most part, facing west. You'll be looking out over the Hudson River towards New Jersey, but it is beautifully manicured. It's full of trees, full of flowers, and a lot of different paths. You can get lost in there and, I don't know, take a good book and read. So Fort Tyrone Park, it starts at 190th Street all the way on the west side, and it will go north up to Dyckman. So it is going to be up in the Heights. If you haven't been up there, I highly suggest it. I think it's also one of those parks that is very well hidden. It's one of those locals little parks to go, again, take a book and get lost. Last, but certainly not least, is Battery Park. I personally adore Battery Park as well. It is attached to Battery Park City, who would have thunk it? And it is again going to be on the west side, but all the way south. So you're going to be going to Battery Park if you want to hop the Staten Island ferry to go see the Statue of Liberty. Or if you just want to see it from somewhere, you're going to be going down to Battery Park. Now they have some fabulous places to eat in Battery Park. They also have, of course, a lot of food trucks down there. But one of my favorite things is if you're walking along the west side, if you start heading around and north, it's actually been beautifully built out. And you get stunning views from there of all the way over to Jersey, all the way down to the Statue of Liberty. And of course, because it's me, you end up at a mall. So I think that's one of the best parts. I'm just kidding. All right, be sure to check out at least one or all 4 of my favorite parks in Manhattan. So we have Battery Park, Central Park, Riverside Park, and Fort Tyrone. Enjoy. And if you like this, Be sure to like, subscribe, share with a friend. If you know somebody coming to New York City, be sure to send it their way. And as always, if you want to work with one of the experts, be sure to reach out to us and the Wheelock team because we would love to help you either sell or find your new home.